Mercedes-Benz E-Class, BR.124, 1984-97. The Mercedes-Benz 124 series is a range of midsize cars made by Daimler-Benz from 1984 to 1997. The internal chassis designation for saloon models is W124, but Daimler-Benz also produced the 124 series in estate, S124, Coupe, C124, Cabriolet, A124, Limousine, V124, Rolling Chassis, F124, and Long Wheelbase Rolling Chassis, VF124, versions. From 1993, the 124 series was officially dubbed the Mercedes-Benz E-Class, and it was the first Mercedes-Benz type to be officially referred to as such. The W124 started replacing the 123 series from 1984 and was succeeded by the W210 E-Class, saloons, estates, rolling chassis, after 1995, and the C208 CLK class, coupes, and cabriolets, in 1997. In North America, the W124 was launched in early November 1985 as a 1986 model and sold through the 1995 model year, through November 7, 1995. Series production began at the beginning of November 1984, with press reveal taking place on Monday, November 26, 1984 in Seville, Spain, with customer deliveries and European market launch starting in January 1985. The 4MATIC all-wheel drive system first introduced on the W124. The 1984 W124 has no Sacco planks on its doors, instead, it has protective bumper strips. The 1989 W124 retains the front portion of the 1984 model, but has the Sacco planks on its doors, and painted mirrors. The 1993 W124 has a different front design, retains the Sacco planks, and has an extended rear bumper. The W124 was a mid-sized vehicle platform, which entered planning in the autumn of 1976 under development Hans Schierenberg. In July 1977, the W124 program officially began, with R&D commencing work under newly appointed Werner Breichwart. In April 1978, decisions were made to base it on the Mercedes-Benz W201 model program. By April 1979, a package plan was completed for the program, laying out the guidelines of the project. During the winter of 1980 to 1981, the final exterior for the W124 program was completed, chosen as the leading proposal by design director Bruno Sacco, and approved by the Board of Management in early 1981. By mid-1982, the first prototypes reflective of the production design, were assembled and sent to testing. In March 1984, pilot production commenced and development of the sedan concluded with engineering sign-off. Front suspension used a separate spring and damper with a rubber top mount. The rear suspension of the W124 featured the Mercedes multi-link axle introduced in 1982 with the Mercedes W201 and which is now standard on many modern cars. Estate cars, and optionally, saloons and coupes, had Citroën-like rear self-leveling suspension with suspension struts rather than shock absorbers, gas-filled suspension spheres to provide damping and an under-bonnet pressurizing pump. Unlike the traditional Citroën application, Mercedes opted for fixed ride height and employed rear coil springs to maintain the static ride height when parked.